Hi, I'm Andy, and I'm going to read to you a program called Tarot Monthly Horoscope for May 2019, and this is for you coming from Sagittarius. So I'm going to shuffle my Kabbalistic tarot cards. Before that, I want to give you my email address, which is andyhoro9, ANDIHORO9, the number 9, at gmail.com. Send me an email and I'll answer as soon as I can. Now the first card that I pull will be for the first 15 days of May. And this card is to tell you what is going to happen for you in this 15 days of May regarding your job. And it's not a good card. It's a card that attracts all sorts of aggression and provocation. So the last thing you want to do is to create any kind of confrontation. Otherwise you're going to have trouble either with the people you work or the people who are your superiors or the managers, and it's going to be a very difficult morning, a very difficult first 15 days of May. So there you are, take the soft approach and it will be much better for you. I'm going to shuffle the cards again and this time talk to you about business. For the first 15 days of May, your business attracts a lot of competition. There is also delays in everything that you try to do. So the planet of delay keeps you waiting and the good news stays away in the first 15 days of May. And you have to be careful, you'll have to make some changes which are something that you won't like to do. So for the sake of surviving, for the sake of doing well enough, for the sake of just keeping everything together, tell yourself, make the changes you have to make. In the past, some problems were created, and now the danger is in this first 15 days of May that those problems are there. I also see from this card that the level of competition against you is very strong. So you don't want to unnecessarily go and bid for things that you really are not ready for. Regarding romance, and this card is to represent a new romance that may come into your life. And, well, it says that, well, look at this card. It says there are many, many issues, and there is the sign of Mars right on the top. And so this card shows that the person you attract in the form of a new romance in the first 15 days of May would be somebody who is very aggressive, prone to maybe even intimidating you and wanting to have control. And so you have to tell yourself that you'll need to make many changes unnecessarily because to accommodate this person, and it would not be good. So I would, if I were you, I would play a wait and see game. And tell yourself in the first 15 days of May, wait and see, don't rush into the commitment of the romance and see what happens. Now I'm going to pull this card, and this card has to do with the romance that you already have, in case you have it right now, the ongoing romance. This is a much better card, It says that the romance you have may be very moody and very changeable. There is something not right. You can see the black moon there, which I don't like to see. So the black moon represents past issues between you and your romance partner that may be brought up during the first 15 days of May. So you listening to me do not want to bring these things up. And if it's your partner who brings such problems up, then tell yourself to just remain calm and to just take it easy. It's only the first 15 days of May, it's not 15 weeks. Now, I want to talk to you about your marriage, and this card has got to do with your marriage. Well, see for yourself. It's a card that shows extreme differences between you and your marriage. And this card, well, it warns of that. That in the first 15 days of May, what you say may be construed as aggressive or as dominating. So don't be aggressive, don't be dominating in the first 15 days of May, and you'll be able to control the issues of your marriage or in your marriage which may be proving to be troublesome. Just take the soft approach and approach everything in a very gentle manner, and you'll be fine. Let's go to the last 15 days, 15 or 16 days of May, and I'm going to tackle your job area first. For you coming from Sagittarius, and oh dear, the situation does get worse, I'm afraid to say. Well, I'm just repeating what the cards are saying. And so the cards say that at your place of work, there's enough trouble to even make you to the point of losing a job. There is a breakup of a loss of contact or a loss of communication between you and your superiors or between you and your work people. So if you value your job, you have to definitely be a person not to somehow rile up other people. Just focus on what's important in the last 15 days of May, and you'll be able to just wait out this bad period. Don't ask for more money, and even if you're applying somewhere else, the news is not going to be very good. So just hold on to what you are doing, try your best to make it better. Regarding business, let's ask what's the possibility of, and the possibility is not good. In the last 16 days, your business areas, the level of competition head-on is very strong. So you don't want to waste money in terms of chasing new businesses for the start. There's a lot of miscommunication and miscalculation going on. And this card also says that whoever you tie up with is going to be a very problematic person. So stay put in what you are doing right now. Don't look for new ventures. Just even what you're doing now is going to be a problem. There's pressure coming onto it as well. So just maintain what you're doing and see through these last 15 days or 16 days of May, and you'll be fine after that. In your area of romance, let's see what's happening. And I'll start with, if you do find a new romance in the last 16 days of May, what might happen? Well, it's not a bad card. It says you are going to find somebody who has been very lonely for some time. Yes. And you may find somebody who is very thirsty for love, which is not bad either. So you're getting somebody who perhaps has learned his or her lessons, and this somebody may be quite happy to be with you. The only downside of this card, if I may see, is this person happens to be a lonesome type of person. So you may not have the chance to find immediate niceness about this person. So if you like this person, give this person some time and have a wait and see attitude. But I find this card as good enough. Now I'm going to see about your ongoing romance, what happens. Oh, the ongoing romance is ready for confrontation during the last 16 days of May. It says arguments and quarrels and differences about expenditure or money, and all that is taking place in the last 15 or 16 days of May. So if you value this romance, well, it's only 15 or 16 days, stomach it, just step back and have a calm look at things. No point retaliating. But if you really don't care about this romance anymore, it will go to breaking point very, very quickly, because unexpected issues can crop up anytime as well, which means some things you never figured going wrong may suddenly be exposed, and you would then be really with your back to the wall. So it's not the last good 2 weeks of May, so you have to be very careful in what you say and what you do. And now regarding your marriage for the last 2 weeks of May, and this is a card, well, it's called the card of the Fool. So it doesn't mean that you are the fool, it just means that you'll need to find out the true qualities of your marriage. Find out where it's going wrong in these last 15 or 16 days and ask yourself how to rectify it. So this card expects you to be fooled, to not to be able to realize what's going wrong. So sit down and look at your marriage, and in these last 2 weeks of May, tell yourself, find ways of how to improve it, and you will be able to do it. So it's not a fatal card in the sense that it's going to break down, not at all. But just find out what's wrong and cure it. Now for you coming from Sagittarius, I'm going to talk to you about your lucky ages. There will be some people of these lucky ages who are going to be lucky in some area, not in this month of May. And, well, those who are the age of 16 or 25 or 34 or 43 or 52 or 61 or 70 or 79, these people are going to be extremely lucky in one or two areas in their life, not every area. So you have to identify where you want to show success in the month of May and go for it, and you'll definitely be able to do that. If you're not of these ages, well, come and see me for a 90-minute session which will cost you USD $50, and I'll tackle your next 7, 8 or 9 years based on your date of birth, your time of birth, looking at your palms. We'll talk more about that later. Now I want to talk to you about your lucky dates, DATES, for the month of May. There'll be some lucky days for you, some lucky dates for you, which are going to produce plenty of good luck in anything that you want to do for you coming from Sagittarius. It's a very interesting card. It's a card that says you have many areas and many avenues of finding good luck. So I would say do that. Go search for good luck on the 2nd, the 11th, the 20th and the 29th of May. For you, the 2nd, 11th, 20th and 29th, there are clusters of planets there who want to make you extremely lucky. So go try your luck on these days in any area of your life. Now I want to talk to you about a lucky color that may produce plenty of good luck for you. Oh, it's a color of gray. You can see that the interior of this card is all gray. So the color gray is a mystical color in the universe, is considered the color gray. So for you, wear plenty of gray in the month of May. Whether it's undergarments, top garments, a gray handkerchief, touch your pillow that's gray, whether in the office have something gray on your side, and you will find that inspiration will flow freely in whichever area you want to improve in your life. So wear gray and you get that magical assistance from the universe. And now we will talk of a direction. So why direction? Because there are 9 planets surrounding Earth. So when you look left or right or straight or back, you're going to be facing a planet or another. And so for the month of May, this magical direction for you would be, I'll settle for northwest. You see, Kabbalistic cards have many signs of planets and zodiac signs, so I'll settle for northwest. Northwest, when you face a lot during the month of May, you'll be inspired and you'll attract good luck and all the support you want from the universe. So northwest is the direction you need to face for getting plenty of good luck. Well, that's the news I have for you. Now, I have a 90-minute session which will cost you USD 50 to know your next 7, 8 or 9 years based on your date of birth, your time of birth, looking at your palms. I'll give you your personal lucky lottery numbers. I'll give you your lucky colors, your lucky directions, your lucky gemstones, your lucky days, a lot of information. And you'll be able to then be very much in charge of circumstances, at least for the next 7, 8 or 9 years. And that's going to give you all the advantage you need to get to be a very lucky person. So shoot me that email, Andy Horo9, ANDIHORO9, the number 9 @gmail.com, and I'll reply to you as soon as I can. Until then, thank you and good luck.